everybody. Bye-bye. We've all experienced loss at some point in our life, but when it's our fur babies, it hits so different. Thanks to all of the ladies who decided to join this collab, Just Nikkie, Sondra Sparkly Set, Iambiscuit, Barbie G222, the Nail Jeanie SC, Pint Size Power, 783, I am Isms by Josie, Lena C, and moi. Here you'll have, I'm going to do a few nails. A lot of this was out of shot. I intended to give you 2 nails per section. This was Bam as a puppy. First day, actually. I was out of shot for a lot of this, so you received less than I really wanted to give you. But right now I'm just putting on, I believe this is the base coat from LGN Pro. This is his first meal with us. So Lisette says you don't need a lot. So I'm putting the bare minimum on. Typically when I'm doing my nails followed by hers, I use way less of what I'm doing now. But I wanted to put an extra layer on here because I'm trying to do a peel off method with acrylic. Because that's the medium that I'm going to be using this time for these nails. So this is how we ended up with Bam. After many years of my daughter asking me for a dog, I finally gave in because in all honesty, at that point, I wanted a dog. So it was he was her birthday gift. He was born in December 5th to be exact, of 2011. And we picked him up February, I don't remember the date, but it was before her birthday. Her birthday is at the end of February. So we picked him up because we were looking for a dog online with ASPA. And while we were looking, one of my friends from school posted that they had puppies. Anybody want any? Well, Bam is a Labrador Chow Chow mix who looks more like his lab mom. The reason why she was getting rid of puppies is because when she would go to work, she would put her 2 female labs in her backyard. And while she was gone, her next door neighbor would put his chow in her backyard. And his chow impregnated both of her labs. So Bam was the only one. The rest of the puppies went to the ASPA, and Bam was the only one that she knew where he went. So that's the story of how we ended up with Bam. The funny part is when Mr. came home, he found out about Bam. I didn't have that conversation. And it became you're going to be taking care of him, not me. I love this lamp, and if you watched my last haul, I got this lamp from Shein, and it works amazingly. This is me attempting to do, I'm not going to say attempting because I did it. It just, like Biscuit said, everything can be fixed in filing, and that will happen. That will happen, okay? I fixed it in filing as best I could, But, back to the origin of Bam Bam. So Bam, like I said, was my daughter's birthday gift. We got Bam when she was in the 9th grade, or was it the 10th? Let's see. Yeah, 9th grade, because So when she went to school, to college, I had Bam. And Bam, spent most of the time with me because I was at home, and so Bam became my dog to me. Even though I know he's her dog, he's my dog, right? When Mr. had his incident at work, Bam was right there beside him every day, checking on him. Oh, and he did love the snow, oh so much. Getting him to come back in from the snow was a feat. You had to have snacks. You had to have snacks of any variety. They can be nuts, peanut butter, whatever. That's the only way you were getting him back in. Unless it was like big chunks or ice falling, he wasn't going back in on his own. He didn't like heavy rain. He didn't like hail or anything like that. But yeah, so when she would come home for break, he didn't know me. He acted like he didn't know me. When Mr. would come home from work, oh, he didn't know me either. It was like I was the lowest on the totem pole when everyone was home. But when it was he and I, we was best friends, right? Isn't that how it goes with these kids? They have their favorites in the moment. But yeah, so Bam was the runt of his litter. And when we got him, one of his nails wasn't attached. One of his nail beds was loose. So when he was 6 months, just before he was 6 months, he got neutered. And in that time, they went on and clipped that claw off. So yeah, so now I'm in the design. You didn't see me do that nail together because I thought I was recording, but I wasn't. So yeah, this is me doing the builder base, not the builder base, the what's this stuff called? I'm giving you a close up on it though. This is the sticky base for, because I'm about to do some stamping. First time ever. And let me tell you, it was a mess. It was a mess. Like I said, Sparkly, Sondra, I needed you. Oh, now I want to watch Popeye. Anyway, so yeah, life with Bam was very interesting. He loved sunbathing in the window. He loved ice. He loved snacks. He loved cheese. He knew the difference between you opening the refrigerator door and you opening the freezer door. Because in his eyes, freezer meant ice. And then when we moved, oh man, that boy had a hard time on these hardwood floors. Because all of his life, up until we moved here, he was on carpet. This is the first time that I put him in clothes and he liked it. He didn't want me to take it off. That was his Christmas sweater. I still have that sweater hanging up in the closet. I have a lot of his stuff still. I gave all of his medicine and all of his food away. I love this plate. This is from Maniology, in case you didn't grasp that. So are the stickers. You're going to see a lot of fail in this. And the most of the fail that I had trying to do this, you didn't see because I wasn't in frame. But I was going to leave it in there. But yeah, it wasn't in frame, so I had to take it out. But Sir Bank, when I cut my hair and dyed my hair, when I came in the house, he was ready to attack me until I started talking. I kid you not. He loved blueberries. He loved bananas. And like most dogs, I gave him his medicine with peanut butter, so he loved peanut butter. See, this is him sunbathing. He will find a spot. This was after a bath though. But yeah. See those hardwood floors? Those are the floors he had problems with. But yeah, as a puppy, he did have a birth defect, and it was just the shape of his bone in his hip. So I knew that there would be problems with that. So whenever he would have issues, we would just, give him some fresh pineapples for inflammation and, rest him. All you got to do is give him a bowl of ice and he's going to stay there. But, yeah, so as he grew it, it was okay. I'll just monitor him. And every once in a while it would flare up. Well, the last time it happened, we thought it was that, but it wasn't getting any better. So we took him to the vet. And we were expecting them to, do x-rays and tell us, yeah, you got to correct them. Here's some pain meds, blah, blah, blah. But that day was his last day here. Hold on, give me a minute. Okay, so they did x-rays and they gave him pain meds, and they found out that his leg broke, and the bone density in the leg that broke was real bad. And so he was concerned and wanted to know if the other legs were the same. So they did all of the other legs, and they all showed bone density issues. I was going to take him home that day because my daughter lived out of state at the time. So I wanted her to, because he is, and I do recognize he is her dog, so I wanted her to be able to properly say bye to him. So when I got a hold of her to tell her what was going on, she told me she made the decision not to let him suffer just so she can say bye. That was cruel. And to be honest, I would have taken him home had she not said that. Selfishly, So that day, that was a hard day for me. I did stay in the room until beyond the end, because they give you time with them afterwards. So in case you don't know, if you're ever in a vet's office or something of that sort and you see a candle burning, or like an imitation candle, that is a pet being going home, as they would say, to the upper room. trying to laugh out of it. So just in case you don't know, if you are getting your pets cremated and you say you don't want an urn, in their eyes, you're saying you don't want his ashes. I learned that out the hard way. Even though I paid for a private cremation, they put me down for a communal because I said I didn't want the urn. I didn't want the urn because I was going to make something out of resin. I had already had it in my cart. Already had it in my mind that I was going to do that. Once he said it, it initially make your own urn. This is him watching Biscuit. He loved watching Biscuits, and you can tell as it turns, he's really watching because he like sat up on that last one. Soon as her music came on, he was there. He was there and engaged. It's a funny thing. Now Amora is like that whenever the Jeanie SC music come on. But once the music goes off, she's gone. The intro music, she's gone. But yeah, so you guys, I hope you all are, and I also learned that when your pet dies and we had Banfield, and I didn't know that when your pet dies, you are still responsible for that contract. And so that contract, I was like, what? I have to continue paying for insurance for a dog that's no longer here? You're asking me to... My dog is, at that time, Bam was a little over 10 years old. So you mean to tell me I'm supposed to remember when I got him as a puppy, 8 weeks and some change, I'm supposed to remember that I said that I was... First of all, I did it online. I don't even remember what was in the contract. So it's like, I'm supposed to remember that I agreed to that. You never gave me an option to reread the contract. You just said, do you want to renew? Yeah, I want to renew because I want him to have insurance, right? You come out better not doing it. Yeah, you get a discount on the procedures, but you get half of the medicine and certain things are covered. But if I'm paying after he's gone, then I'm still, depending on the time length, I'm still paying for all of those services. That's how I look at it now that I know. I do constantly get questioned on, do you want another puppy? Do you want another dog? Are you going to get another dog? Blah, blah. If one of my human children pass, I'm not going to have another one to replace it. I'm not in that space yet. My daughter was, but she couldn't handle a dog and a 3-year-old. So she ended up not, keeping her friend's dog because she was going to take her friend's dog. But yeah, so it's like you have to really, these people are shady. So I ended up having a dispute with Banfield over his ashes, and it was too late. His ashes were already spread across the cemetery. So they used my baby as fertilizer. That's how I look at it. They say, it's different. I'm like, no, that's really what it is. You spread his ashes on the grounds, you just fertilized your grounds. But in the end, I ended up with receiving a little more than half of what I paid out that day back, which I ended up putting back on that credit card. I think that's why it still hits me the way that it hits me, because I don't have his ashes. Like all of my friends have their ashes of their pets, but I don't. All I have is his belongings. I do still have 2 of his 4 beds. Yes, every room he had a bed. And that guy, he loved his beds. He loved his beds. Look at him as a reindeer. That's so cute. but I'm going to show you his favorite show. He loved these two shows like nobody's business. If they were on, he was watching. Here's a close-up of the nails. But we were watching TV one day, and it was a Make-A-Wish, and this kid wanted a pirate theme, and they started talking like a pirate. He came running out the room, but when he didn't see SpongeBob, he looked at me like, "Why you turn?" and then went back in the room. If you were talking while he was trying to sleep, he'll do like like you were annoying him. Like, he was so funny. And he's bougie. He was so bougie. This dog has never drank faucet water without it being filtered. We walked to the pet store one day and they offered him some water. He didn't look at it. He looked at me. I went and got him a bottle of water. He was drinking it. Like, he was like, "Nah, I don't want that." He loved his red bone. Whenever I would be on video calls with nail people, he would want to be involved in some way. He was somewhere. Don't eat anything around him because he's going to be watching you like, "Let me get some." And if you drop something, he's going to catch it before you even notice it dropped. That actually happened several times. After he passed, Mora, because when she was here, she would like always throw him fruits and stuff, and he was ready. And after he passed, she was still doing it. And then one day I caught her doing it, and then she like rubbed the air, and I was like, "Oh, so Bam's here." But I wish I would have been able more time with them too, so she could remember him fully. And I do wonder how their relationship would have been. He was always on guard around her because she was obsessed with his tail. And she wanted to always lay on him, and he was like, nah, no thank you. I really had a hard time with these stamping plates. As much as I loved it, it was torture. It was so hard. But, eventually I got it enough. But I still need help. I got the nails completed, but yeah, I have some blunders. I did decide to change the color of the dog in the middle, on the middle nail, from black to brown, because Bam was brown. Y'all hear that little baby? I am so sleep deprived. Well, not as much as I was yesterday, but I'm too old for toddlers. I'm too old for toddlers that don't want to go to bed. But I really appreciate all of the ladies who decided to join this collab. Some of you have lost your own, and some of you just feel the pain because you got to know Bam. And some of you are just animal lovers. Speaking of, adopt, don't shop. It's very important because you have a lot of breeders who aren't doing things right, and the pets are suffering from that. I really try to clean as I go, because that's less I have to do later, and it helps me not put my hand in stuff that I can't get off later or having an issue with later. Okay, so let me tell you about the mistake that I realized that I made. And it wasn't in this moment that I realized it. It was later on, after I recorded everything, sealed everything, because I did a resin piece as well. And I haven't, luckily I didn't seal that resin piece, but so the other grandbaby, Olivia, birthday is on the 3rd. Bam's birthday is on the 5th. And I constantly mix the two. So that's why the collab is on the 3rd, right? But what I realized in the nails and in the resin piece that I messed up, I got the day right on those two, right? But what I didn't, so when you do like the sunrise and the sunset date, right? You do the month, the day, and the year. But I didn't have that much room. So I did the month and the day. But I shouldn't do the month and the day, because that's not how people are going to read it. They're going to read it as the month and the year. So I do have time to correct the resin piece, but not the nails. It's on the nails. I was dumb. It's okay. I know what it is, but nobody else is going to know. So BamBam name actually is from the Flintstones, because she was obsessed with the Flintstones. And he was chosen because he was the only, because see, my only rule was the dog she chose had to be a he. No more bleeders, okay? So, yeah, so we were even in the house, 2 males, 2 females. Just one of the males was not of human. So because I said that, she ended up picking him because he was brown. Do you know why him being brown was important to her? It's not a racial thing. It was because of Twilight. Jacob. She was Team Jacob. So therefore, she had to have a brown dog. I'm not lying. Honestly, Bam has a middle name, but I don't know it, because she named him, and that's not on any of his paperwork. They gave him my last name, even though that's not the last name she wanted him to have. But according to Banfield, his last name is my last name. So, go BamBam. To me, Sir Bam. If you hear me calling somebody Sir something, I respect them to the utmost, right? So at times, this little 4-legged canine was everything. Still everything. You see how I messed it up here? And he was not deceased at that time. He was just asleep. And he was only like 1.5 years old. Look at him. Look at him. He was really paralyzed. Like, he wanted to take it off, but didn't. And this is my sister's dog, Misty Blue. And this is the week before they put her down. She had cancer. And this is Sir Max. He was only 1.5. He was my niece's support dog.